vigilante. Resist the system, you know what I'm saying? Feel good right now. Let's get it.
Keep it 100. Hey, minor is the one you want talking to your sons. I can talk about God, I can tell them about drugs. I can show them how to move when they see you in the mud. Get to work and make a brick. It was me and Doc putting everything on the house, investing everything in music, then explain it to the spouse. Came a long way from sleeping on my brother's couch. Really shooter met, call her op, he a
I done woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Milo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth for the sky crack, and the Lord gets back. Or somebody wants to get back, and they click clack, leave it bent back, looking at this intact. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my big neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in the club, funny, you was in it? Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the mail may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? Is everything real good, true and fair? But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
At this level is intelligence and IQ. And we're not gonna end up like that fuck nigga over there. I got knocked out. Caleb.
The heart beats just a little faster right now, doesn't it? They stand alone right now. No cornermen. They're just ready to make the ring walk for the biggest fight that boxing can.
Keep your hands up, keep your chin tucked. It's the one and only Ghost with the shadow in the front. Hope y'all having a blessed Sunday. And whoa, hold on once. Hold up. Always gotta do that, man. My OCD, my bad. Oh man, I'm excited for this live today. I'll tell you what, man. First off, I want to say, hope everyone is having a blessed day out there. Hope everyone is safe. Any problems that you're having in life, know that it gets better. Well, it should get better. I ain't gonna promise you nothing. I don't know, but all right, man. Look, let me start with this. Oh, shout out to Pancho and Iceman. I appreciate you for being here. Look, man. Yesterday, I watched the fight over again. Right? I watched the fight over again, and let me just start by saying, bro, that was probably that fight and the Virgil Ortiz fight, the Virgil Ortiz versus Boachuk, probably the two most exciting fights that I've seen in a long time. In fact, in both of those fights, by the way, both of those fights came from the 154 division. The 154 division, in my opinion, is by far not only the most exciting division, but the most dangerous division in boxing, hands down, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to go over. First off, I want to say, going back to the fight, I watched it again, and I'm actually glad. By the way, I'm actually happy that the shit was free. It wasn't on pay-per-view, right? It was Amazon Prime. That was Amazon Prime's first I guess if you want to call it the first free fight, I guess, right? Because I don't think Amazon Prime put on a free fight this year. I think yesterday was the first one. Am I correct? Because I believe the other two were pay-per-views. If I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure yesterday was the first free. As long as you got Amazon Prime, you was able to watch the fight. All right. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can go back and watch that fight right now. And I watched it again, bro. Let me tell you, bro, hands down, that fight and the Virgil Ortiz and Boachuk fight were both, in my opinion, contenders for fight of the year. Both of them came at the 154-pound division. And let me tell you, not only is this division stacked, not only is it stacked with the champions and the number 1 and the number 2 contenders, not only is this division stacked like that, even the motherfuckers going down. I'm gonna try to chill with the cursing because I look back at my life, man. You know what, man? It's kind of hard for me sometimes. Forgive me. Sometimes I get real excited, and I forget. By the way, that I need to be more aware of the people that watch my channel, because I know some people that watch me, and not everybody's from this, grew up the same and everything. And I don't know. I just think some people watch me and think I'm out my damn mind. And I'm just passionate about boxing, bro. And as far as like the other stuff that happens on my channel, like people coming to my channel and me getting upset, that's not, I shouldn't even be explaining myself, but I'm just telling you that's not an everyday occurrence, bro. All right. I'm very fair. I think that I'm fair. All right. I don't race bait. I give everybody a fair shake. I drop the link at times. Everyone's welcome here. Even if you troll me, you're welcome here. If I've had any problems with you in the past, you're welcome here. You see what I'm saying? So I try to be as fair as I can be, but sometimes, bro, I do get out of character. I apologize for that. But at the end of the day, like, I'm a grown-ass man, and some things I just don't tolerate, you know? Like, I don't tolerate disrespect for people that I care about and that I love. So that's just that. But with that, moving on. This division, by far, bro, in my opinion, is not only the most lit division, but by far the most dangerous division with the people that we have, with the fighters that we have. Everybody in this thumbnail, except for the exception of Fundora, will put your lights out, bro, with one punch. Everybody except for the exception of Fundora, which is that tall, lanky guy in the middle, who, by the way, is a freak of nature. Everybody in this picture will put you in a damn coma, bro. And Fundora himself, speaking of Fundora, and I'm going to start off with him, because we're going to go down the list of the people in this division, bro. And I'm just telling you, it's my opinion, bro. It's straight up my opinion. This is by far the most exciting division, by far the most dangerous division. And in fact, I do believe that this year and the next, we will, like I said, it's my opinion. I feel like we will be getting our best fights coming from this division, bro. That's just my opinion. I feel like, I mean, these dudes are dangerous, bro. All these dudes come to fight. None of these guys that get in the ring, they're not looking for, they're not trying to outpoint you, you know? And I don't got no problem with that, by the way. You know, people get it misconstrued. Like, I don't like the art of boxing. I love boxing is boxing, okay? Whatever talent God gave you is the talent that you use. So if you don't got no power, bro, and you have to outpoint somebody, by all means. Like, I don't think any fighter should ever change the way he fights to suit the crowd, and in return put you in danger or put your career in danger. So as much shit as I give Shakur Stevenson, in a way, I don't blame him. I don't like the antics. I don't like the things that he says. I don't like the social media stuff. But as far as like how he fights, like, come on, bro. We can't ask certain fighters to do things that they're really not accustomed to or probably can't even do. You know what I mean? I do think as far as Shakur Stevenson goes, he could bite down a little bit and be more aggressive. I don't care what style you have. You can be more aggressive. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fight, bro. This is a fight, you know? And, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fundora, look, man. Let's not forget. Matter of fact, let me start off with what I was going to get into. By the way, let me start with what I was going to get into, because I actually got a list of things to talk about, and I also want to go down and show you the list. Matter of fact, the fight yesterday the fight yesterday for me had a lot of big implications, bro. Because it is in my humble opinion that I truly believe that the path that they had set yesterday, and I can't pronounce the guy's name, bro. What the hell is his name? How do I say it correctly? How do I say the guy's name correctly? Let me. I'm gonna just call him Backrum, okay? I think his first name is Backrum, right? So let me just say that. I'll say Backrum because if I say his last name, I'm gonna probably butcher it, bro. So, absolutely. Oh, no, Iceman. I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying that you can't. Do you blame him for, like, do you expect Shakur to fight like really aggressive? Like, I don't know. Like, do you expect him to fight like Virgil Ortiz? Do you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Any style you have, bro. Any style you have, you could be more aggressive. I'm not saying that. I'm with you all the way. And I don't like the shit that he does. I'm just saying that certain fighters have certain styles and certain fighters have certain gifts that God gave them, right? And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, you can't fault somebody for fighting the way that they know how. You know what I mean? Like you can't really be like for instance, as much as an exciting fight that Devin Haney and Ryan, right? I think it was an exciting fight. And a lot of that had to do, let's just be honest, like most of that had to do because of Devin Haney. Because of the way that he chose to fight that fight, right? Devin Haney could have simply came out and fought like how he fought Prograis, stayed on the outside. He could have did that, but he didn't. He chose to stand in the middle of the ring and fight, and his father, leading up to the fight, was like, yo, stand in the middle of the ring. Like, they were like, it was the dumbest shit in the world, but at the end of the day, it made for a good fight, did it not? So I think any fighter can be more aggressive, but is it to his benefit is what I'm saying. So, but going down to yesterday's fight, I watched it again for the third time. Let me tell you, bro, yesterday's fight and Virgil Ortiz fight with Boachuk, to me, are fight of the year contenders. Both of them are coming from the 154-pound division. This division is dangerous as fuck. This division is lit, bro. All these dudes are killers, bro. Like I said, you look at this picture right here. Every one of these dudes can knock you out with one punch. Anybody can knock you out with one punch, but I'm saying stylistically, all these dudes got one punch knockout power, except for the exception of Fundora. And Fundora is a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature. The guy's like, he's like, I don't know how tall he is, like 6 foot something, right? Got long as hell reach, throws constant punches, pressure as hell, and he beat Tim Tszyu and beat Erickson Lubin. So, but everybody in this picture, by the way, is dangerous as hell. Now, except I know Spence is there. I put Spence in there only because I believe he's fighting Fundora, which, by the way, I still have a big reserve against. I don't know if Spence is going to fight this man, bro. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I really think that last night, I think that they had it set up to where they wanted Tim Tszyu to win. All right. And I'm not changing my mind. I still have the same opinion with what I said about PBC. I love PBC. It ain't about which promotional company I like the most. It ain't that. Maybe I'm going out on a limb by singling out PBC, but I'll tell you that every time I saw something happen that was like this was on a PBC card. So like I said, I watched the fight 3 times, right? I am fully convinced that they tried to give Tim Tszyu a breather to come back into that fight. That doctor, bro, the doctor gave him a full examination. Who does that, by the way? Like, I know doctors come into the ring and check the fighters, right? Go look at it again. This man was knocked down 2-3 times in the second round, was dangerously hurt. And the doctor watches this man go back to the corner. He gives him the full minute, right? Lets them both stand up. They're right about to ring the bell. Then he steps in and does a full examination. And I mean a full exam. He's like, follow my finger, this and that, open up your mouth. Yeah, you know, about to take blood work. Like, he's doing a damn near examination, giving this man as much time as he can to get his bearings together. That's what I truly believe that you look at the odds and you look at what it was yesterday. A lot of people didn't give that man a shot, and he was the champion, by the way. And by the way, look, I don't know what it is, man. Y'all already know how this community is, bro. But can somebody please, for the love of God, tell me why every time a fight like this happens, right? You got content creators that come out and they start their live or they make a video talking about they knew this was gonna happen and y'all was sleeping on the man because he didn't have a name and nobody saw him fight. Well, if you were so confident, right, and you knew, why you don't make a video prior? Why didn't you why all week were you not like, this is what's gonna happen to Tim Tszyu, right? No, you don't say shit. You say absolutely nothing. And then when something like this happens, you make a video acting like you knew it was gonna happen. And like, then why you say nothing, bro? Like, stop it, bro. Everybody gets things wrong at the end of the day. All right. You can't fault people for when there's a fighter that we have not seen a lot of, right, or have been showcased in America. You can't blame people for saying, hey, I don't think this guy's going to win. All right. Perfect example. Nobody really knew Hector Garcia was a good fighter that much, right? Unless you saw Hector Garcia a lot of times before he fought Tank and Chris Colbert. He's a good fighter. He is. There's plenty of fighters that really we don't see often. Either it's because they're very, very early on the early prelims, or they're not on the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And even us hardcores, bro, we have fighters that, that we are not really too privy to, but at the end of the day, this man should have been given the benefit of the doubt because he was the champion. He was the champion, bro, and he was undefeated. And yet the odds was like outlandishly in Tim Tszyu's favor, right? And I truly believe that they thought Tim was going to win that fight. And I believe the plan set forth business-wise was to have Errol Spence fight Fundora, Tim Tszyu, let's just say he was going to win, right? Crawford fight Tim Tszyu, and then the winner fight each other. And technically that could actually potentially set up a rematch for Errol Spence and Crawford. That shit that happened yesterday threw a monkey wrench in everything. And I'm glad that it did. Because at the end of the day, I'm tired of the fucking I'm tired of a lot of the social media shit, bro. As a boxing fan, I want to see more fights like this. Like we had the Boachuk and Virgil Ortiz. Bro, if you look at this 154-pound division, bro, it is dangerously stacked, bro. Dangerous. Let's start off with, so I'm gonna go through and show you. Let's start off with my guy, one of my favorite guys in the division, which, by the way, I believe out of everybody that I'm going to be naming, he's probably the most vulnerable, except for Spence. But Spence, I don't consider him 154. Okay? But one of my favorite fighters is Erickson the Hammer Lubin. Which one do you want? The jackhammer or the sledgehammer, right? This dude can put your lights out, got power in both hands, right? He lost to Fundora, and he lost to Errol Spence. Other than that, this dude is hungry. This dude fights anybody, right? This dude is ranked number 3. And he is, in a perfect world, he is next to fight the guy that knocked out Tim Tszyu yesterday. And I'm going to just call him Bakram because I cannot pronounce his name. I'm sorry. I'm going to call him Bakram. And if I'm pronouncing it wrong, all right. But in a perfect world, my guy, Erickson Lubin, should be fighting this man next. All right. So you look at Erickson Lubin. He's got power in both hands. He can knock you out, right? We saw what happened yesterday. We got Tim Tszyu. By the way, Tim Tszyu put up, regardless of how this man lost yesterday, I don't know why people are getting on Tim Tszyu, right? I don't know why people are shitting on this man, talking about, they knew he was never all that. Stop it, bro. Stop it with the nonsense. The man was a champion prior to him losing to Fundora. People still had him beating Fundora, even with the cut that they had in that bloody ass fight that looked like it was WWE. All right. A lot of people had that man winning. When is that man giving you a boring fight? When is Tim Tszyu ever giving you a boring fight? Never. I've never seen that. That man always comes to scrap, bro. I got a lot of respect for that man. And that dude is a fighter by instinct. By instinct. Like I said, I watched the fight a third time again today. This man got dropped and was seriously hurt in that second round. And he went back to the corner, and his corner told him, yo, like, chill. In so many words, chill. This next round, chill. Like, stop trying to take it to him. Get your bearings together, right? The man he didn't even know how to do that. Some might say it's stupid. Some might say, oh, well, he's dumb. Bro, a fighter by instinct, bro. All right, he's a banger, bro. He comes to knock you out, bro. By instinct, he didn't know how to back up. Now I know it's not smart, and that's actually one of the things I thought about. I feel like Tim Tszyu, in a way, was sort of exposed last night, because when this is not the first time the man's been dropped. The man's been dropped before, and every time the man's been dropped, he got up and got more aggressive. He sort of reminds me of Virgil Ortiz, who was another dangerous motherfucker. I mean, look at this division, bro. I mean, we got Ramos over here. You know, we got my guy from Puerto Rico. All right. Xander Zayas on the come up. All right. We got Charles Conway, another motherfucker that will put your lights out, bro. You know what I mean? We got the serial killer over here, Boachuk. Anybody that looks like that is dangerous as hell. All right. Then you got Jermell Charlo, the champion in recess. Let's not forget, this motherfucker was running the division, bro. Ain't nobody take them belts off this man. This man went up and fought Canelo, and the belts got relinquished, bro. Ain't nobody take shit from this man, bro. This man done ran through this division, bro. He's still there. He's coming back in January. Tim Tszyu, although he lost, is still at, well, we got to see how he comes back. We saw the guy yesterday. This man is a machine. All these dudes from Russia, I don't know what they eating. I don't know what the hell is in their diet. I don't know if it's the culture, but these motherfuckers are dangerous. Then let's not forget, we got Terrence Bud Crawford, bro. All right? The two-time undisputed champion from 140, 147, and is now the champion at 154. Virgil Ortiz is also a champion. Fucking now, I think a wild card, a big wild card. Okay, and, let's not forget how can I forget Madrimov, another crazy ass Russian with power. These dudes are fucking nuts. I don't know what they eating. I checked their diet. It says a lot of vegetables or pickled vegetables. Vegetables don't make you like that, bro. I don't know what I need. I need to go spend some time in Russia. These dudes are dangerous, bro. I seen this man get hit yesterday with full force punches from Tim Tszyu. And at the most, the man stopped for like 5 seconds and backed up. That's about it. That's all he pretty much did. Other than that, he came forward. He walked that man down in 3 rounds, bro. He literally dismantled Tim Tszyu. And Tim Tszyu, by the way, Australian. I like those Australian fighters, bro. Tim Tszyu, Liam Paru, like even his father, Costa Tszyu. Like these dudes are they normally are punchers. They have heart. They come to fight. And it was just a recipe for disaster last night. A recipe for disaster. I mean, they told this man constantly, or at least 3 times, they said, hey, don't go out there and go crazy, bro. He didn't even know how to back up. It ain't even in his DNA. It ain't even in his DNA. This fucking division is crazy, bro. These dudes will kill you. Every single one of them. Even that lanky dude, even lanky Fundora, who, by the way, I think is a wild card. And all of these dudes on here, because all these dudes got power. But Fundora is like 6'9". I don't know. I don't know how tall he is, bro. The dude is like a freak show. Throws constant punches, a barrage of punches. Had Erickson Lubin's face looking like the dude from the Goonies, right? Let me see. I mean, y'all do remember, y'all do remember when my guy's face was looking like this, right? I mean, that was just crazy, bro. And Erickson Lubin was still trying to fight, bro. He was still trying to fight. they stopped the fight because this man, you got to save the fighter from themselves, right? Let's go back a month or two ago, right? Where to me, I would say the fight so far this year, I would say fight of the year contender, hands down, in my opinion, top 3, if not my favorite, because there was a couple. Nick Ball versus Raymond Ford, believe it or not, was a very good scrap back and forth. Who else was it? There was a good scrap, but I don't know if there was another fight more exciting as far as a known fight, a marquee fight than Virgil Ortiz and Boachuk. And bro, I mean, let's just put it like this, right? Virgil Ortiz just recently had a title. And we could start with him. This man, the more you hit this man, the more pissed off he gets, bro. He got dropped, what, 2, 3 times, right? He got dropped. He got up. He got more mad. These dudes are insane. Then you look at this guy right here. Look, anybody that looks like that, you need to be on the lookout for, all right? This is Boachuk. That dude. Another one. I think he's from Russia too, right? Powerful, good shit. Gave us the fight of the year. That's just 2 of them. All right. Then we had Crawford move up from 147 to 154 in his first fight, taking on the champion Madrimov, who only had 10 fights. Another dude from Russia. Now, although this dude was fainting 99.9% of the time, the motherfucker got popped too. He got power too. And let's not forget that Terrence Bud Crawford had at 147 knocked out every opponent that he ever faced. So technically for the past 10 years, I'd say the 10, 11 years, every person I got in the ring with Bud Crawford, he knocked out or stopped. They stopped the fight. It was either TKO or he knocked them out for like 10, 11 years, bro. He moves up in weight. First fight, no tune-up, straight for the champion, Madrimov, who some say he lost. And by the way, anybody that says that I don't like Terrence Bud Crawford, you're bugging, bro. Because everybody on my channel that was over here was telling me that Bud lost that fight. And I was the only one saying, I believe that man won. All right? I believe that man turned it up the last 3 rounds and won. That's my opinion. I think Crawford won. Everybody else was like, yo, you bugging. I like Crawford, bro. Don't get it twisted because I try to pump up the TO fight. That's because I want them to fight. All right. It is what it is. Bud is a problem fighting anybody. But however, on that note, I can't help but tell you that yesterday when I was watching Tim Tszyu get dismantled in 3 rounds, Terrence Bud Crawford was in the back of my mind. Because I'm thinking, okay, so this man done knocked out everybody in the past 10 years that he got in the ring with. Now, you could question his resume all you want. You could say he was in top rank and he, his resume, whatever it is may be. It doesn't matter, bro. At the end of the day, every man that got in the ring with him, he stopped, okay? It doesn't, he could only stop who is put in front of him, all right? He did not stop Madrimov. I don't even think he hurt Madrimov. If anything, I believe Bud was more bothered or affected by Madrimov's punches than he did Madrimov, right? So I'm thinking yesterday, I'm watching this, and I'm like, these are 154-pounders. All these dudes hit hard as fuck. Well, not Spence, but all these dudes. Even, look, Xander Zayas, I'm not really too big on him, right? But he's our last hope for Puerto Rico, all right? I ain't going with Berlanga. This is our last hope, right? But even this kid got some pop, all right? And he's undefeated. This guy, nobody really talks about this guy, but Conwell will light you the fuck up, bro. That dude is, I don't know if you have seen this man fight. This man is dangerous too, bro. Looking like he just did a 6-year bid. All right, this man, 1-punch knockout power, for real, for real. Now, going to Bud. I was thinking about Bud yesterday, and I'm thinking, a lot of these dudes really want to see this man fight Canelo. And you're going to tell me this got nothing to do with it? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But I kept thinking about Bud should not fight Canelo. Not after what I saw last night. And even though neither of them were fighting, it's what we keep saying. There are divisions for a reason, bro. Divisions for a reason. Madrimov has good power, which, by the way, Madrimov and the dude Backroom, is this? I know this is Boachuk. Him too. I don't know which one of the Russians. There's like 3 or 4 of them here. All right. All of them, by the way, yeah, don't you see a pattern here? Like, it doesn't matter which one I fucking shuffle on. These dudes are powerful as hell and got a good chin and are like machines. I don't understand what they're doing over there, bro. What are they doing over there? Dagestan or Russia? I don't know. Uzbekistan out one of the stands, one of the Russias, even Ukraine, even though I don't know if that's part of Russia. You know what I mean? That part of the world. They're just built different over there, man. Maybe it's because they don't got no Wi-Fi and they still living in a caveman type mentality. I don't know. But I will tell you this. I don't think after watching yesterday, I started thinking, I'm like, this is why I truly believe Canelo won't fight Bud, because I don't think, I'm going to tell you why I thought that. Because this man right here is coming back in January, right? This man, y'all can say whatever you want about Jamel. Yeah, he did. He did go on his back foot. Right. Let me ask you this. When have you ever seen Jamel fight like he did when he fought Canelo? Never. Never. This man always comes forward and tries to knock you out. Yet, he moved up 2 weight classes and fought Canelo. And what happened? He got dropped, and the whole fight, he was on his bicycle, bro. I hate to say it. I like Jamel because out of the 2 brothers, I believe he's the more disciplined, the more serious one with his craft, but he was on his bicycle, bro, at the end of the day. Canelo had that man going backwards, right? And this is now, yes, Jamel Charlo and Crawford are 2 different fighters. It doesn't matter. The point is, look at how a change in weight, a couple of divisions up, and of course, you got to add in the fact that you're fighting Canelo, changed the whole dynamic of how this man fights. And I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, Bud couldn't stop Madrimov. And you're telling me you want him to skip 160 and go straight for Canelo? Y'all better be careful what you ask for if you a Crawford fan, bro. I'm just saying. Be careful, bro. All right? I'm just saying, bro. Like that's fucking dangerous, man. I think he better off fighting Tszyu. And that's dangerous for Tszyu. Tszyu get knocked out. I already tell you, I think Tszyu will probably get knocked out, but I want to see it though, right? But I don't know why I kept thinking that when I was watching the fight yesterday. But I also was thinking that I know damn well in their mind, they probably wanted Tim Tszyu to win that fight so Bud could get the winner, because let's not forget, Crawford was in negotiations with Fundora. And then for some reason, which doesn't make any sense, now it's starting to make sense, he backs up and lets Errol Spence, who, by the way, never fought one damn fight at 154, and they ranked this man number 1, which still pisses me off, bro. I'm telling you, that shit gets me heated. I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, that's the business of boxing, this and that, bro. I don't care. I don't think it's right. Just because he's got a name. A lot of these dudes done built up and went up the ranks, bro, and you just gonna let this man get ranked number 1 without fighting absolutely nobody. Well, to me, you're only hurting him because he's skipping the line. He ain't taking a tune-up, and he's going straight for Fundora. Might not turn out well for him. I don't even know if Spence going to fight him, bro. I don't know if he's going to make it to the ring. Every time they mention Spence, bro, it's like a week later something happens, bro. I don't think the man should fight. It is what it is. He's his own man. But I'll tell you what, though. With this man coming back in January, with this man now being at 154 and is a champion, with this man being next up to fight Backroom, with this man being the interim champion, and then you have Fundora, who's another champion, and who's the other one? Who is the one I'm missing here? Backroom, Who is the one over Virgil? I'm missing somebody. I know I'm missing somebody. Hold on. Who am I missing here? Okay, Tim Tszyu got beat yesterday. Ramos is another one, by the way. It's another dude, bro. That's dangerous as hell, big as hell, powerful as hell. Some think Erickson Lubin beat him. He's another one. Let me check that. Who am I? I'm missing somebody. Hold on. Who am I missing here? Okay. You're right. Fundora. Thank you. Sebastian Fundora is the WBC. Virgil got that interim belt. All right, move over to the WBA. You got Terrence Bud Crawford. Jamel Charlo is the champion in recess coming back in January. Backroom, we saw what he did yesterday. He dismantled Tim Tszyu in 3 rounds. Then you got Fundora, who also has the WBO belt. And Terrence Crawford has the intern there. Wait a second. Hold on. Bud got 2 belts? Wait, is this correct? Does Bud have 2 belts? I know he beat Madrimov. How did he get that second belt? Madrimov didn't have 2 belts. Am I bugging out here? Is this correct? Hold on. Let me check something else. Hold on. Am I bugging here? How the hell? The man had 1 fight. Hold up. Let me go to Box Live. Shelton said Fundora has 2 belts. I know Fundora does, but how did Bud get 2? Hold on a second, bro. Okay, I guess. Oh, let me back out of here. I guess that is correct. Holy shit! How was that? Okay, so yeah. At 154, Bud Crawford is number 1. Okay, this is mind you, this is Box Live, but apparently the WBO, you got Fundora with the he's the WBO, and then you got Terrence Crawford is the WBO intern. The IBF, we saw Bakram yesterday dismantle this motherfucker, bro. Dangerous as hell. WBC, Fundora, Virgil Ortiz got the intern belt, beating Boachuk, and Terrence Crawford is the WBA. So, bro, the implications of yesterday's fight was, I'm telling you, bro, it's about to get real ugly in this division. And I can't wait. You know, if I was Jerron and his boots, I'd stop fucking around and just hop up in there, bro. It's a party. Come on up, Jerron. Fuck it, right? I mean, what you got? What you waiting to wait? You about to fight Karen, my guy. Like there's a big ass house party over here, and you over there chilling. You had a little get together having tea. Come on, man. I like Boots, man. That's my guy. Like you know, the party's over here, my guy. Just and you big anyway. Pause. Right? Just go up there. I'm telling you, man. This division is lit, bro. Even the dudes. Even the dudes that aren't even like ranked number 1, 2, 3 or champions, right? Even the dudes further down the list are dangerous, bro. I mean, you look at Xander Zayas, he's dangerous. Conwell, he's dangerous. Ramos, he's dangerous. I mean, if you want to be like politically correct, the worst person on this thumbnail as far as at 154 and I'm only saying it because he hasn't had a fight at 154. So, I mean, it's only logical, duh. I would say is Errol Spence. And when you have Errol Spence as the least guy, the least proven guy, that goes to show you how dangerous 154 is, bro. 154 is crazy, bro. And you got the Russians over here. You got Backroom, you got Madrimov, and you got Boachuk. Which, by the way, all three of them fight similar. The only thing is I feel like Madrimov is a little bit with the feints or whatever. But Boachuk and Backroom fight very similar. And you got Virgil Ortiz. That look at this, bro. Tim Tszyu, Virgil Ortiz, Boachuk, Backroom, right? Bud Crawford, Erickson Lubin, and Fundora. All these dudes come to fight, bro. And it's gonna heat up. Because another good thing about it, in my opinion, is it's not like these guys are like how should I say it? I don't think any of these champions at 154 are gonna go out their way to avoid not making fights. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think they're gonna duck anybody, bro. All right, even Bud. I'm going to say even Bud. I'm not saying Bud ever ducked anybody, but I'm saying, you know how Bud is very, very picky because he's like at the end of his career. So he only wants like fights that really matter. Well, I mean, if you look at it, bro, he's in a situation himself here because he wants to be undisputed 3 times, right? Well, in order for you to do that, my guy, you're going to have to either get through Fundora or you're going to have to fight Backroom, the dude that fought yesterday. Both of those are tall orders for Crawford. Even Fundora, let's not forget, bro, when Fundora lost to Brian Mendoza, he was beating the brakes off him, bro. Before he got caught, he was winning every round. It ain't like he wasn't winning. It ain't like Brian Mendoza went in there and sparked Fundora. He was losing every round in my book. He just got caught. He got, he just which by the way, let me go to yesterday's fight real quick because I was seeing people say that they feel like let me put it like this. Maybe I was listening incorrectly. I was kind of tired. I didn't get much sleep, so maybe I didn't hear correctly, but it sounded like to me like a lot of people was getting on Tim Tszyu. And I feel like he was getting like a bad rap. First off, as far as the game plan goes, I do agree. I agree that I feel like he overlooked this man. All right. Because when he fought Brian Mendoza, if you go back and look at that fight, Tim Tszyu was more reserved. He was more boxing. He was on the outside and trying to, he wasn't sticking and moving, but he was more on the outside and being more reserved. I look at the fight yesterday. When that bell rang, he tried to like take this dude out quickly. And I heard a couple people saying, oh, he kept getting caught with that left hook because he got no defense. And no, you have to understand, in my opinion, this is why I said the man needed to take a round off and get his bearings together. He kept getting caught because I feel like when he got caught the first time, he never recovered, bro. He never recovered. And you want to know how I know he didn't recover? Did you guys see him speak after the fight? It was hours later. It must have been 3-4 hours later. And Tim Tszyu was speaking, and he still doesn't remember. He's stuttering. I hope he got an exam, bro, because did you hear what he said? Look at how he looks. Now, I don't know if it's because he was in shame. Maybe he was a little bit ashamed. But I'm looking at this man. It's like 4 hours later, and he's looking like his head still hurts, bro. And he literally says, "What happened? What hit me?" That's what he says, bro. Well, where is it? right here. All right. Obviously, the man is I'm gonna say he's ashamed. All right. He's ashamed because after the fight, also, if you go back, you'll see his father hopped in the ring, and then his girl hopped in the ring. And he took a beating. All right. It wasn't like a little loss. Like this man was he got beat up last night. So I think he's a little bit embarrassed. His father was in the ring. His wife, I don't know if that's his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, but you could just tell he had his head down. And his father, obviously being a fighter himself, he kept telling him to pick his head up. Like, pick your head up, man. Don't put your head down. But he kept putting his head down like he was ashamed, right? Even hours later, when they're doing an interview, he still has his head down. Now, I hope that's because he's ashamed and not because of a head injury. Because he still does not look that coherent. And like I said, this is hours later.
On tonight, you know, you have your good nights and your bad nights, and tonight was just one of those things. I don't think it changes anything in regards to who Tim Tszyu is, and probably, if anything, showed the warrior that lives inside him that he's never going to back down from anyone. And whenever Tim Tszyu fights, that's how he'll always show up. So from us, we're still super proud, and I know all the texts I got from Australia, you know, right behind Tim, and you know, it's just one of those nights. And I'll let just fire away a few questions to Timmy if you.
I kind of feel bad for him, bro. I mean, look at him, bro. He don't even want to pick his head up, bro. Hey, you gotta remember, bro. He's from, these people. Y'all know different cultures, right? You know, I told y'all the other week when we were talking. I'm gonna still play it. I'm just saying. Yeah, remember the other week when I made the video about Tszyu, right? And a lot of people came over to my channel, even in the comments, and they were like, he's racist, and somebody was getting on me with Latino saying the N-word, and I had to tell him, like, bro, being in New York, I'm not saying it's right. I don't say it, but with the NA at the end, it's more of a cultural thing, and you're gonna see white people say it and other people say it, but the guy could understand in his mind, which fine, it is what it is. I guess he lived over in the West or something. In his mind, anybody that says that, he takes it as they're racist. And I'm trying to tell him, well, bro, culturally, shit is different, So culturally, you got to look at this with Tim Tszyu. These dudes are warriors, bro. And coming from his father and the household that he was in, this dude looks gutted, bro. He doesn't even want to pick his head up.
Not too many.
Clash unnerve you at all when you obviously thought you may have created that word at all?
Can't recall.
Yeah, Timmy, just on that, I felt like when you got buzzed early that you kind of maybe lost your feet a little bit and just had to fight on instinct after that point?
Can't recall.
He can't recall nothing.
Honestly, can't recall.
Tim, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Just explain whatever you're thinking about right now after that. Obviously, I don't want to ask you how do you feel because we know it's a tough loss for you, but just what's going through your mind?
What the fuck just happened? Like, what did I get hit with? And couldn't regroup. And
What did I get hit with? I hate to do it, but yesterday in my live, right? Hold on. Let me pull this up. Give me a second here. Yesterday in my live, hold up. Words. Here we go, right here. Let me go. Hold on 1 second. You can see more details. There you go. Click on that. I said it yesterday. You see how he says, "What the hell?" Like, I'm gonna come right back to it. But I said yesterday in my live, I said, bro, I remember when I watched the fight, and the moment this dude went down for the second or third time in the second round, and that bell was about to ring, it was like 3-4 seconds left, and the look that Tim Tszyu gave this man, he looked at him like, what did you like? Look at the look he gives him. It's almost like it's a mixture of shock, fear, and being confused. Look at the look he gives him, bro.
These hooks are designed to get around the guard.
Tszyu still pressuring, but he's not.
Oh, he got dropped with that left hook. It's the same.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the third round right here. The end of the second round, right with 10 seconds left. Here it is. 10
seconds. Left. The legs are gone. I do not know how he's still standing up. Down. 4, 5.
Right there. I don't mean to laugh, bro. I'm just saying, like, he don't know where he's at, bro. He's in shock. I'm pretty sure he's like, how does this guy hit like that? And I'm telling you, bro, these dudes from Russia or wherever they're at, bro, they have like these dudes know how to turn into their punches or whatever it is. All of them. I mean, you look at even Bivol, right? You look at Bivol, who's not even I wouldn't even consider him a power puncher, but even his punches got sting to it, you know. You got Better Beeve, and now of course you got the exception like Loma or whatever, but for the most part, most fighters from Ukraine, Russia, Uzbekistan, Dagestan, all this other shit, all these dudes are very similar, and they got good chin, they got good conditioning, and they punch hard as hell. All of them, just about. It's almost like how we say most Cuban fighters are slick. Even the ones that got power are slick, or are slick to begin with, and later on they develop power, like Laura, who was very slick, but now he's older and he sits down in his punches. But most fighters from Cuba are more slick, and they're movers. You would put them in the category of a mover, right? Well, these dudes from Russia, Dagestan, whatever you call it, bro, these dudes, I don't know what it is, but all of them, they're very similar. And even at 154, you look at Madrimov, Boachuk, and Bakram, they all hit very hard, and they all got good chin.
6.
So let me go back to this interview where he's like, he doesn't know what hit him. Poor guy. Poor guy.
What's going through your mind?
What the fuck just happened? Like, what did I get hit with? And couldn't regroup, and I don't know, man. Just shit doesn't go your way, and you just have to bounce back, you know. And I was positive after the Fundora, but I got to find more answers with this one, you know. Like, this didn't go according to script. It was a little bit different. I felt unbelievable, I'll be honest with you. Felt unbelievable. I had a great prep, so he got me, man, and it was a better man on this night, and we live and we learn.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
He looked like he's about to cry. Poor guy, bro. And you know what, bro? This dude is straight up, bro. No excuses, bro. None. You didn't hear not one shit about like, oh, I had a couple weeks ago, I had a pop on my shoulder, or I had a cut. Nothing, bro. Nothing. Dude was like, I felt great. that's another thing too that's different culturally than over here in America. I don't know if you noticed that too. Culturally, when an American fighter loses, bro, um, we tend to have a lot of excuses, bro. We tend to blame it on the camp or blame it on a female or blame it on a condition or blame it on an injury or blame it on whatever, blame it on the ref, blame it on the promoter, blame it on the catch weight, blame it on whatever, right? This dude gets demolished in 3 rounds and is like, I felt the best I ever felt. Let that shit sink in. Nah, no, he didn't look that much bigger. They both campaign at the same weight division, and that dude was the champion. I don't think he looked massive compared to him. No, no. Why? Did you think? Did you think he did? And besides, you really can't really go off that because if that's the case, look at Fundora. I mean, Fundora, you realize no matter who Fundora fights, right? He's gonna have at least like a foot of height and at least like a 6-inch reach advantage or something like that. So we all know size don't matter. Mike Tyson was a small heavyweight, you know. But do I think he looked bigger? No. I will tell you this. The guy in his camp kept saying all week. They did keep saying that that his last fight he fought with Ramadan, right? Where he could only eat at certain times, and they believe that had a major impact on how he performed. And they kept saying this week, like, yo, I'm not, you're gonna see a completely different, like, no, like this is the best that I am. And they kept saying that they felt like Tim Tszyu was tailor made for him. And they were correct too, because at the end of the day, one of the things I feel like is an issue for Tim Tszyu, and I feel like it's going to continue to be an issue, is some things you can't really teach, So you can't teach chin, right? You can't teach that. And some things are just instinct by nature, right? Tim Tszyu, in my opinion, has to learn how to, when he gets hurt, and how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Because I believe what he does when he's hurt, I believe it's all instinct. His corner told him to take a round off and to gather himself, but you saw his instinct was to fire back, right? I don't know how you teach that, but somebody has to tell him, when you get hurt, try to recover, like some fighters, another issue. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. How many times you seen fighters get knocked down and they get up right away? They get up right away, right? And their corner tries to tell them, yo, when you get knocked down, don't jump up. Do a standing 8 count, like wait a bit. You got to teach that to some fighters, man. But some fighters instinctually don't know how to do that. How you gonna tell Tim Tszyu? How you gonna teach this man to, when he gets hurt from now on, make sure you recover? Because at the end of the day, his corner gave him the right advice. When he went back to the corner, his corner said, "Yo, listen, bro, like take your like don't go at him this round." And he literally was still going forward too. I give Tim Tszyu a lot of credit, bro. As far as the heart department, I mean, there's no question with that man. This man, he was still trying to move forward in round 3. But I feel like the blueprint a little bit might be out on him, because next time he gets hurt or somebody hurts him, they're gonna hop on him right away because he doesn't know how to hold or I feel like that was his 2 biggest downfalls. Was number 1, I feel like he did overlook the guy. I feel like he did. The reason why I feel like he did is because you go back and you look at the Tony Harrison fight, you look at the Brian Mendoza fight. Yes, styles make fights and you fight people differently. But when he fought Mendoza, right, he knew Mendoza had power because the fight before that, Mendoza had knocked out Fundora. And even on the lead up to that fight, he was like, oh, I know he's got power. You saw how he fought him, right? He didn't hop out in round 1 and try to ice the man out. No, he didn't. He was very surgical with the way he fought. He didn't do that with this guy. He didn't do that with this guy. I think he probably just thought this guy. I think he probably just thought this is just another guy with a belt. I don't know too much of him. I don't know, but he did not fight him the way that I thought he was gonna fight him. That's for sure. I guarantee you that if they had a rematch, Tim ain't gonna fight him like that. Tim will. You know, I still think Tim would win a rematch depending on how his chin is. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That was a bad loss. I mean, that could change your whole career, man. Like, he went down numerous times, and even though he looks ashamed 4 hours later, he looks like he's still discombobulated a little bit. Like, he still looks like he's like that shit. You could have a concussion for days with that, bro. We were just talking about this the other day. Like, taking shots to your head is not normal to begin with. And he good thing his corner threw in the towel, because he would have kept fighting anyway. No, but this is okay. I'm glad you said that. This is what I mean, because yesterday I kept seeing people say this, right? They kept saying he didn't know how to adapt. The main reason why I believe that was, I don't think it's because he didn't know how. I really do not. I do not believe, or I do not, in my opinion, I do not believe the reason why Tim Tszyu did not adjust is because he didn't have the skills to. I don't believe that. I believe the reason why he didn't adjust is because he never recovered. He never recovered, bro. Look at him in the interview hours later. He said, he says, I don't know, like, what the fuck happened? You saw him. He said, what the fuck happened? What hit me? Like, he still looks discombobulated. Like, how many times you saw a fighter get rocked in the first round, and at the end of the fight, that fighter tell you, I don't remember? Or how about you ever hear a fighter say something like, I don't remember nothing since the third round? Like, that's real, bro. That shit happens, bro. You get your bell rung, and that's it. You don't remember shit. You try to stick with a game plan when you're hurt, or you're dizzy, or you're discombobulated. So as far as him not being able to adjust, I feel like a lot of that had to do with the fact that he never recovered. And I feel like that's the biggest problem with Tim Tszyu, because when he gets hurt, instinctually, as a fighter, as a warrior, he tries to fight you back. And his corner specifically told him, yo, rest, bro. He didn't know how to do it, bro. He did not know how to do it. Like, he kept trying to come forward. And I think that's a problem moving forward. Because just like when a fighter gets knocked down and they jump up right away, some of them have to learn how to take an 8 count. Because if you just jump up, you know, you done lost 8 seconds of trying to recover. That's why they tell you, take the 8 count, you know, you get up. Or how many times you see a fighter, a composed fighter, get dropped, and instead of just jumping up, he sits on his one knee. He sits on his one knee, and he lets the ref count, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he gets up at like 6 or 7. That's a composed fighter. You got other fighters that are so emotional. Virgil Ortiz, he's another one that really needs to work on that shit. He gets dropped. This dude, he just jumps right up. He argues that every time Virgil Ortiz gets dropped, he argues like he didn't get dropped. He gets dropped clear as day, and he gets up. He's like, nah, I didn't get dropped. Motherfucker, you just got dropped, all right? You just got dropped. He's arguing it. He's not taking the 8 count. He just wants to fight. He needs to work on that, bro. You know, that's an instinctual thing. Like, I don't know how you teach that. Certain fighters fight like a lot of these dudes got weaknesses too, which another thing that makes this division very, very interesting to me is because a lot of these guys have, every fighter has a weakness. But when I look at this division, I clearly see like all these dudes have weaknesses, and depending on who they're fighting, they could play off that weakness, bro. And I think it's just very interesting. This is by far my favorite division in boxing, bro. To me, this is the new 135 or the new 147. Now look at 147 now. 147, I mean, what fights we got at 147? We got Jaron and his boots about to fight Karen, part 2. The welterweight is 147 is not really, That's why if I was Jerron Ennis Boots, I would move up to 154. I believe that's where the party's at. I believe that's where the action's at. I also believe that's where the money's at. Yeah, he's not even up there. I don't think I put him on the thumbnail. Yeah, he's not up there. I only put people that I feel like will be fighting for a title soon, or is a wild card in this division. Ramos, Crawford, Backroom. I only threw Spence in there because he moved up. Virgil Ortiz, Jamel Charlo, Fundora, Boachuk, Alexander Zayas, Charles Conwell, Madrimov, and Erickson Lubin. And all these dudes, by the way, are top 5 or higher. None of these guys, except, I'm sorry, I think the lowest guy on here might be, rank-wise, might be Alexander Zayas. But make no mistake, he should be in the thumbnail. He should be in the thumbnail. It's a stacked division, bro. And I wouldn't be surprised if Spence doesn't fight Fundora now. I said this yesterday. I really do believe it. Don't be surprised if a week or two from now, you know, this whole Spence and Fundora shit. Don't be surprised if you find out that Spence isn't in talks with Fundora no more, and now Crawford is stepping in to fight Fundora. Because I do believe that the plan was to have Spence fight Fundora, have Crawford fight Tim Tszyu, and then the winners fight each other. And I believe this guy yesterday threw a monkey wrench and all that. But you know what? It'll let's see what Terrence Crawford said, because he said something yesterday and I didn't read it. And I believe he said something to Tim Tszyu because Tim Tszyu kept saying he wanted to fight him, right? And by the way, the dude Backroom turned around and said, I want Crawford. Let me see. Right here. Let's take a look at this. Shout out to FightHype.com. Let's look at what the fighters react or what the fighters say, right? Because this is interesting, right? This is always interesting to me. Nito Donaire. Hold on, let me just get to the people that actually matter in the division. Errol Spence. Don't overlook anyone. Tszyu was just dissing you the other day. Look at that. Look, just like a fucking, this is a typical troll, bro. All he said is, don't overlook anyone. And he said, yeah, he was dissing you. Okay, I know, it's okay. And like, it doesn't, what? So because he's dissing me, I'm going to tell him, okay, overlook everyone. Like, that's so stupid, bro. People are just trolls, bro. It's stupid ass people, bro. Tim thought he had an easy one. Took this dude lightly and was worried about the other fighters.
Tszyu as a potential opponent at 154. This happened.
So my guy Erickson Lubin, he's next up. That's why I was talking about him yesterday. In a perfect world, he should be next.
monkey wrench in it. Would you like to see Murtaliev?
Yeah, I wanted to fight him before Tim Tszyu was scheduled to fight him. And I told you I already know how Erickson Lubin is. He'll fight that dude in a heartbeat. And I don't know if Erickson Lubin's chin will hold up to him though. I know Erickson Lubin has power in both hands. I know that for sure. What you mean? Oh, Tim Tszyu? You think Crawford would have knocked out Tim Tszyu? You know, I'll tell you what. It's very easy for someone to it's very easy to look at yesterday and go, oh, you see, look what would have happened to Tim Tszyu, right? If he would have fought Crawford, right? It's very easy for you to look at that and think that, but I really do believe what Crawford said. I honestly, I'm in the same agreement as Crawford and Spence. And not only that, but a lot of other people. You notice how there's the majority of fighters and fans believe that Tim Tszyu overlooked this man. What makes you think he overlooked him? It's very simple. Go look at his past fights. Tim Tszyu, even though he's aggressive, he's not stupid aggressively. Yesterday, he was kind of stupidly aggressive, which just means like he did not respect this man's power. He overlooked the man, right? So for someone to go, well, look, now you know what would have happened with Crawford. No, I don't know. Because you think if he would have fought Crawford, you think he would have fought like that? No. He would have been like, this is Terrence Bud Crawford, and he would have had a different approach. Go look at when he fought Mendoza. Mendoza had knocked out Fundora and in a devastating knockout, bro. Like one of the biggest knockouts of the year. Look how Tim Tszyu fought him. He didn't look at the fight yesterday, bro. He just went in there and was just trying to take this man's head off, bro. And then once he got clipped, he never recovered, bro. He never recovered. That's why he wasn't able to adapt. He wasn't able to adapt because he didn't have his bearings together. And you know he didn't have his bearings together because when he went back to the corner, the first thing his corner told him is to relax, chill this round. I want you to take it easy. And as soon as the bell rings, the doctor gives him a damn examination or whatever, and then he goes forward. He just goes right back to going forward, bro. And I just believe Tim Tszyu does not know how to take it easy, and I believe that's a problem for him. It's no different than when a fighter gets dropped and you need to tell him to take an 8 count. That's 8 seconds. Think about that. Virgil Ortiz needs to learn that. You know how every time Virgil gets dropped, he argues that he clearly gets dropped. Clearly as day, but no, he gets up right away and he starts contesting. Like, no, I didn't get dropped. You don't waste it 8 seconds, bro. You could have just got up on your knee, take a breath, chill. If there's an 8 count allowed in that fight, get the 8 count, right? Gather yourself. That's a young amateur. Like I'm not gonna say amateur, but I'm gonna say that's a young fighter's mentality where his emotion is taking over. You know, all right, bro, listen, whether you think you got dropped or not, you got dropped. The ref is counting. What use is it for you to argue that you didn't get dropped? You arguing isn't going to do anything. But you getting knocked down and jumping up and not taking an 8 count does do something. You had 8 seconds to if you were hurt. If you were hurt, 8 seconds means a lot, bro. It means a lot, especially if you're stunned, bro. Little things like that, these fighters need to learn. And it's little things like that fighters, I believe, Crawford and more experienced fighters will take advantage of. AJ, another one. Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's a good example, JC. Yeah. And you see how that affects fighters, right? Now, flip that around. You got experienced fighters that know the little tricks of the trade. Like LeBron James. You even stand next to the guy and he flops. He flops like you don't punch them and kick them in the face. That's the trick of the trade. He just flops like and the ref caller, you know what I mean? Usyk, that punch that Dubois hit him with, I still believe that was legal, bro. I still believe he beat that man. What did Usyk do? He milked that like, he milked that, bro. He got, oh man, he was out there for like minutes, bro. Aljamain Sterling from UFC was getting his ass tore up by that Russian dude, another Russian, Peter Yan. And not only was he getting beat up, but he was getting out wrestled. And Sterling was the champion. He was the wrestler. He was getting out wrestled. This man was just beating him up. And then the guy hit him with an illegal knee. And Sterling, as soon as he saw that it was illegal and the ref was like, wait, what are you doing? He just all of a sudden had like a delay reaction and he acted like he couldn't get up and he milked the shit. And he walked. And by the way, that's just a pussy way to keep the belt, but he kept the belt. And people still to this day get on him. But to me, I believe that's an experience thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like Virgil Ortiz, bro. I don't know if you've noticed. Virgil Ortiz has gone down at least 3 times in his career. Maybe you can argue 4. Every time he gets dropped, every time he argues with the ref. I didn't get dropped. No, I didn't. No, yes, you did. Yes, you did. You just got dropped, bro. All right. He doesn't take the 8 count, bro. He just gets right up and he's like, no. That's an inexperienced thing, bro. That's an inexperienced thing from a fighter. Them 8 seconds means a lot, bro. Little things like that make a difference in a fight. Tim Tszyu, I mean, his corner told him the right things, bro. They said, hey, don't go out there. Don't chase him this round, bro. Recover. He didn't even instinctually know how to do that. Either that or he was still discombobulated where he didn't even understand what he was doing. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, he didn't know how to adjust. I believe the reason why he didn't know how to adjust is because he never recovered, bro. He never recovered. He did not fight like that when he fought Mendoza. I think he overlooked the man, bro. It is what it is. That's what happens, bro. You live and you learn. But I feel bad for him in a way because, as you see him, he looks gutted. He looks embarrassed. He's got his head down. His father was in the ring. His father let his wife in. I think it was his wife or his girlfriend, whoever it was. She beautiful as hell. She got in the ring and she kept trying to, you could see she's trying to tell Tim to lift his head up, and he wouldn't lift his head up. He was in shame, almost in shame. I mean, even hours later, this dude still got his head down, bro. He probably woke up this morning with his head down. He's probably in the corner right now. Poor guy. As nobody, I mean, listen, you overlooking the man is your fault, though. You can't, and that's another thing too, bro. Tim Tszyu, bro. I got more respect for him even more now. Even more now. Dude made no excuses, absolutely none. He said, nah, I was in the best condition I've ever been in, bro. I hate to say it, but American fighters, y'all already know. Y'all already know. And it don't matter what color it is. I'm talking about Americanized fighters. We've seen black do it. We've seen Latinos do it. We've seen white people do it. Always an excuse. They may not say nothing that day, may not say nothing that night, but it'll come. It'll even Errol. The last person I thought that would ever make any excuses would be Errol Spence, bro. Out of anybody, if you would have asked me years ago, who takes a loss you think is gonna, I would have said Manny Pacquiao and then Errol Spence. Right? Even Earl waited a couple of months, got the eye surgery, and goes on X and goes, you see, that's why I was getting hit with all these jabs. Tim Tszyu, on the other hand, he's embarrassed. His head is down, but he's like, nah, bro, like, I just feel bad for him in a way. I feel bad because his wife was trying to tell him to lift his head up. I don't know if that's his wife or his girlfriend, whoever it is. And his father was just like, lift your head up, man. Like, he don't even want to lift his head up.
On tonight, you have your good nights and your bad nights, and tonight was just one of those things. I don't think it changes anything in regards to who Tim Tszyu is, and probably, if anything, showed the warrior that lives inside him that he's never going to back down from anyone. And whenever Tim Tszyu fights, that's how he'll always show up. So from us, we're still super proud, and I know all the texts I got from Australia, we're right behind Tim, and it's just one of those nights. And I'll let just fire away a few questions to Timmy if you want, not too many.
Clash unnerve you at all when you obviously thought you may have created that move at all?
Can't recall.
Yeah, Timmy, just on that, did it felt like when you got buzzed early that you kind of maybe lost your feet a little bit and just had to fight on instinct after that point?
Can't recall. Honestly, can't recall.
It almost like he's talking to the cops. He's a you know how like when the cops talk to you, like I don't know nothing. No, I don't know nothing. Yeah, but it shows on camera that you was there. I don't know nothing. So he's just like, I can't recall. I can't recall shit.
Tim, Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Just explain whatever you're thinking about right
Bro,
now.
he looks gutted, bro. He looks gutted, bro. He looks like in shock. He's probably embarrassed. He's Australian, so he's got that heart, bro. He's gutted, bro. I know he's gutted. He was gutted. The Fundora fight, he was upset, and rightfully so, because some people believe he won that fight, even with the cut. But this is different.
Right now, after that, obviously, I don't want to ask you how do you feel because we know it's a tough loss for you. But just what's going through your mind?
What the fuck just happened? Like, what did I get hit with? And couldn't regroup, and I don't know, man. Just shit doesn't go your way, and you just have to bounce back, And I was positive after the Fundora, but I got to find more answers with this one. Like this didn't go according to script. It was a little bit different. I felt unbelievable. I'll be honest with you. Felt unbelievable. I had a great prep, so he got me, man. And it was a better man on this night, and we live and we learn.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Cheers.
No excuses, bro. That man said I had a great camp. I fucks with Tim Tszyu, bro. I don't know why people were getting on it, bro. I saw people yesterday saying shit like, I told you he was never that good. Come on, man. Stop the shit, bro. Stop the shit. Some of y'all stop it, bro. And then I don't know why people do this, bro. Why do people do this, bro? Why? Whenever there's an upset, you got that one person that goes, you see, all of you guys didn't know what you was talking about. And you slept on this man. And la 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 la. Right? Talking as if you knew the whole. Okay, where's your videos all week saying that this was going to happen? You knew it was going to happen. Why did you warn us? Why didn't you give us some insider tips? I don't get it. Some of these dudes, bro, that I wish, like, you know what I would say to them? I would say, well, if you know so much, and you're the first guy to do this, and you're the first guy to do that, and you told everybody, you should be a millionaire betting on these fights, my guy. Why aren't you driving like 4 Teslas and shit? Like, there's always that one dude, like, I told y'all. The dude that called up the boxing voice, some random dude. I told all of y'all. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. He didn't tell me nothing. I don't even know who you are. Dude's a weird, bro. He's a weird as hell, bro. What's going on, man? You know what I was thinking too is, hold on one second. I don't know what that Amazon driver was wearing, but she smelled good. Damn, her perfume lit up the whole damn shit. She was across the street by the time I got to the door. I smelled her perfume, but that shit is strong as hell. Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, I said I don't know when you got here, Boxing Magic, but yeah, that's what I've been saying. You know, a lot of people were saying, well, he didn't adjust, and well, bro, he didn't adjust because the man never got his bearings together, bro. It's plain and simple. It's plain. The man got caught, never recovered, and you try to do a game plan or whatever you worked on in the gym while you're discombobulated and hurt. He's fighting off pure instinct at that point, you know. Which, by the way, when it comes to instinct and being a fighter, Tim Tszyu is as real as you get. Ain't no running from that man. That man is solid, bro. Even when he's hurt, he's solid. Like as far as his heart goes and his mentality, that man was born to fight, bro. At the end of the day, there's a lot of people that wouldn't even have made it out that second round. Not only did he make it out the second round, but in the third round, he still tried to walk forward, bro. Nothing but, I mean, it ain't the smartest thing in the world, but I'm saying in the heart department, Tim Tszyu got it, bro. Ain't no question with his courage and his mindset at. Well, I would say the only difference in the mindset is I do believe he overlooked the man. I do believe he overlooked that man. I mean, he tried to take that man out. Like even the announcers were saying that Tim Tszyu was more aggressive than he usually is, and from the start he's more calculated, and that you paid a price for, bro. That you paid a price for. You saw what Terrence Bud Crawford said, right? Which if I was Bud, I'd be a little bit. Bud better like I don't know. I mean, Bud is a bad man, but if I was Bud, I kind of like choose my word. Like, bro, you fighting one of these motherfuckers coming up. So whatever you say, you better. You know, people gonna take what you say and they're gonna hold it. They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait. So whatever you say, Bud, like they motherfuckers gonna wait to just. They can't wait for it. There's people out there that cannot wait for the day Bud lose. You know, I ain't one of them. You know, I like Bud. You know. He's not one of those fighters that I can't. It ain't like Devin Haney. I'll admit, Devin Haney, I wanted him to lose when he fought Ryan. Bud, I don't ever see a Bud fight and I'm like, I want him to lose. I like Bud. Even with this beef with Tio, I like Bud. The only thing I don't like about Bud is I don't think he fights often, bro. For somebody that's 2 times undisputed is somebody that always talks about legacy, bro. Why are you fighting 1 time a year, bro? If that. And then you wonder why people get on you when you don't fight who they want you to fight. It ain't like this is why I don't understand why people always get on Canelo. Look how frequently Canelo fights, bro. Okay, he didn't fight this guy this fight, right? Okay, I get David, right? But like, okay, he didn't pick the best guy this fight coming up, bro. He's gonna fight another 2 times this year. You know what I mean? Like, that's how often he fights, you know? But it's like every year and a half. So, of course, if you fight a mediocre fight, people are going to be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, we ain't going to see you till next year. Like, so it's a little bit different, you know? He fought Madrimov. And that's another thing. He had problems with Madrimov. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, Bud got 2 belts, right? Bud got the WBO and the WBA. One of them he got the baby, but he still got 2, right? So you got Fundora and Backroom from yesterday. Let me make sure. So he can't. I mean, what's he gonna do? What Boxing Magic? What's he gonna do? I mean, is he gonna fight like if you got to remember he's also trying to fight for money, right? How safe can he be? How safe can Crawford afford to be? I know what you're saying, brother. You're saying he's trying to be safe, right? How safe can he be? I know you're. I know, because you're a Canelo fan. I know how. I'm not saying that you hate Bud, but I'm saying I know what you're saying. You're trying to say Bud will never lose because he's playing it safe, right? Okay, I'm not here to argue here nor there. What I am telling you is, you do know he's at the end tail of his career, right? And so if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt, which I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Why doesn't he want to fight Tszyu? Well, it ain't because he's scared of Tszyu. He probably thinks it's a pointless fight. He probably thinks that he won't get much money out of it, right? Okay, same reason why I think Canelo won't fight him. Canelo feels like he won't get no credit or whatever. So at the end of the day, Crawford's only trying to fight meaningful fights, right? With the few that he's got left, right? So if you're saying he's never going to lose because he's playing it safe, how safe can he afford to play it? Boxing Magic. He's got the WBO interim belt and he's got the WBA belt, right? You got Fundora, who's got the WBC and the WBO, and you got Jermell Charlo returning in January, who's champion in recess. So you know what that means is that Jermell Charlo, look who's the champion at WBA. Look at that. It's Terrence Bud Crawford. And when you're champion in recess, what does that mean? That means you stepped away, right? For whatever reason, you stepped away. But champion in recess, we read the definition yesterday. Jermell Charlo can come back in January and say, and there is no debate. This isn't like a fucking, let me think about it. You're champion in recess. That means that when you come back, you can demand to fight whoever had your belt. That we just read the definition yesterday. And who is over him? Terrence Bud Crawford. So if Jermell wants in January, he could say, I want my belt back. Bud, you got to fight me, bro. So how safe can Bud be? Because I think that's a dangerous fight too. Fuck what y'all say with Jermell. Listen, don't get it twisted, bro. Jermell fought that way against Canelo, but I keep telling y'all, bro, that's you never seen him do that, bro. You never seen him fight like that. Why? Because it was the weight, bro. That's why we have divisions for a reason. He felt Canelo's power. He got dropped in that. You never seen fight like that no other way. Ain't nobody take those belts from Jermell. Ain't nobody take shit from Jermell. So, hey, y'all can say what you want about Jermell. That motherfucker ran 154, bro. Undisputed. Nobody took shit from that man, bro. So don't forget, like, don't get it twisted. That man gave up them belts, bro, to go fight Canelo. So you think Crawford gonna walk all over him? It's the same shit I say with Tszyu. Fine, let's see it then. You ain't gonna get me with the okie doke. Oh, well, we already know what's gonna happen with Jermell. Come on, Jermell, Crawford. No, fuck that. No. He was undisputed. That was his belt. Yeah, go ahead, fight him. And y'all got history. And Crawford openly said he don't like the man. Crawford openly said, hey, there ain't few people out of... I'm pretty sure if you were to ask Terrence Bud Crawford, who do you genuinely hate? There's going to only be two answers. Jermell Charlo and Teofimo Lopez. Can you blame him for hating Tszyu? I mean, but seriously, let's look at this though. How safe can he be, Boxing Magic? He can't be that safe, brother. Jermell champion in recess. Terrence Bud Crawford got the belt at WBA. So if Jermell, and remember, because, hey, look, and like I said, this is why I always tell y'all, I ain't got no problem saying that I don't know something or I was wrong. That's why I be getting on the dudes that be talking like that. Like, it's funny to me, bro. It's funny to me when I see some of these guys that they never want to admit that they're wrong. They always say they knew who was going to win. And I'm over here like, okay, well, where the fuck were your videos last week, bro? You knew this was going to happen to Tim Tszyu? Okay. Where's your 5 videos saying, hey, guys, look, I know everything, right? I don't see not one video from you, bro. Not one. Anyway, I had to make sure to look up what champion in recess is because I was confused. I wasn't sure if that meant, well, does he have the belt? Because what's the point of saying, like when I heard champion in recess, the first thing I thought was, so obviously I get the part that he can't fight. But are you telling me that he holds on to the belt that whole time? Because wouldn't that hold up the division? So I was confused with what champion in recess means. And when you read it, it's kind of funny because when I think of champion in recess, right, I think of Devin Haney for some reason. And what's so funny is when you type up champion in recess, that they use Devin Haney as an example. And Bud Crawford. In boxing, a champion in recess is a title holder who has requested to be placed in that status by the WBC or the World Boxing Council. Now, I don't know if this is just specifically WBC. I guess this is specifically WBC, right? But that can't be. It can't be because the WBA, Jermell is champion. Okay, the WBA follows the WBC, and I think recently they do. Okay, so they're okay. So as far as this goes, that would be the same. So let's just say WBC, WBA. Champion in recess, like Devin Haney, in June 2024, he requested to step away from boxing and defend his light super. Wait a second. Let me read this correctly. Let me get over here. WBC reclassifies what champion in recess means. Here it goes. Where is the hold on, bro? I hate it. Okay. No, this doesn't actually break that down. Yesterday it broke it down. Hold on. I think it's right here. Here it is. Here it is. Champion in recess. Champion in recess is a distinction or given to a fighter who is unable to defend due to an injury or inactivity. In essence, it's just semantics of a kind way of stripping the champion and declaring that the title is vacant. However, when we read it yesterday, it also meant that when you're given that status, you can automatically demand to fight for the belt, which is why they use Devin Haney as an example, because Devin Haney, it said, I gotta find where we were reading it yesterday. Devin Haney, he declined to fight Sandor Martin, and I know if Jermell is champion in recess, and nobody ever took those belts from him, and he specifically champion in recess in the WBA, which is what it's showing right here. And Bud Crawford is the person that has his belt that he would have had. What does that tell you? And Jermell's coming back in January. Bud can't say that's not a money fight. I think people would pay to watch to see that. I really do. And I don't think that's such a walkover, bro. As much as y'all can say whatever you want, at the end of the day, ain't nobody take shit from Jermell. Yeah, he fought like that against Canelo. Okay, so it was 2 weight classes up. That's why some people don't want to see Canelo fight Crawford, by the way, because divisions do matter. Let's not forget, Crawford had a 10-year, 11-year streak of knocking everybody out that he faced at 147. He moves up to 154, fights a guy who only had 10 fights, people say, right? And went the distance. I don't even think he stunned Madrimov. So I don't think it's a given that he walks all over Jermell, bro. And even if he doesn't fight Jermell, how safe can he be? This fucking division is stacked, bro. It's stacked. Even the dudes that aren't even talked about can punch and put your lights out. Charles Conwell, that dude will light you up, bro. That dude will put you on your ass, bro. Even Erickson Lubin, he may be a little chinny, but my man got the sledgehammer or the jackhammer, whichever one you want. He'll put you out too. Let's not forget the serial killer. Anybody who looked like that, you know, can hit hard. Then Virgil Ortiz. You got Ramos. You got Madrimov. You got Jamel. You still got Tim Tszyu. You got Backroom. This whole shit is stacked, bro. How safe can fucking Crawford be? You can say, what's a walkover? What? Jamel? Why do you think that? Because of how he fought with Canelo? Or you thinking skills wise, right? All right, yeah. You're not forgetting that division weight matters, bro. Weight matters, bro. If it didn't, we wouldn't have divisions, bro. I'm telling you right now. If Madrimov would have fought Crawford at 147, it would have been a different fight. I'm not the only one who said it. Crawford had a good jab. His timing was on point, but I wasn't the only one that said it. He looked slower. His punches did not look like they had that much as it did at 147. Because shit changes when you add on 7 pounds. You're not only adding on 7 pounds, you're adding on 7 pounds plus whatever you rehydrate at that weight class. So it's even more. Of course they do. Of course they do. So I know y'all ain't doing this shit. So what y'all saying? We already know who's going to win against Jamel. Just fuck it. Don't fight. This the issue I have. I'm not saying y'all, but it's the issue I have with a lot in this community these days. It's the same shit. Oh, well, he'll fucking put Tszyu in the hospital. Okay, so let's not see it, right? We automatically know who's gonna win, right? Just like we automatically knew yesterday, right? Or how about the other the other upsets that happened this year? We automatically knew who was gonna win, right? We don't know who automatically is gonna win, guys. Come on now, we know upsets happen a lot. It happens. Yeah, there's a skill difference. Would I say that Crawford got more skills than Jamel? Yeah, I would say that. But before Jamel went to go fight Canelo, who was undisputed at 154? Jamel. Nobody ever took it from him, bro. So to me, to be fair, nobody ever took the belts from him. So if he wants to fight fucking Crawford, I say let him fight Crawford. And I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh, that's a guarantee. All right, so you would bet everything that you know and own that Crawford just walks all over him? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't bet. And to me, nothing is like a safe bet in boxing, bro. It's not. There's upsets all the time. I'm not going to sit here and just go, oh, well, yeah, it's safe to say he beats Jamel. Therefore, I don't want to see it. Because, I mean, I see people do that all the time. And I'm not saying yeah, but there's a lot of people that talk like that to kind of like get away from the conversation, especially when it comes to a fighter that they like. So in the same notion, right? If we're gonna do that, then fine, then fuck it. When he wants to fight Canelo, fuck it. Nah, why? We already know what's gonna happen, right? Don't give him a shot. Don't give him a shot to fight Canelo then, because we already know what's gonna happen, right? See, it works both ways. I say let them fight, and not only that, but Jamel, nobody ever took the belts from him, bro. Right, but what can you say? What can you say if he comes back and says I want to fight him though? There's really nothing much you or I can say. The only person that's got anything to say about that would be Bud. And Bud wants to fight. I believe Bud will take that fight. I believe Bud said he didn't like Jamel, right? Did he not say that? So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But I gotta head out, man. This is longer than I expected, bro. But anyway, like I said, bro, I don't know the next time I'm gonna go live. I don't know when. I was not gonna go live today because I gotta head out, but I did want to make sure and make it clear. bro, this division is going to heat up, and I'll see what goes on this week. But until then, this is Ghost Job. A blessed Sunday, by the way. Be safe out there.